Welcome, beloved friend. Before we step into tonight's journey, take a gentle breath and know this: you are here because something in you is ready to awaken. If these words nourish you, stay close with me. Subscribe so you never miss the nightly seed that plants itself deep in your subconscious. Now, let us begin. You know the feeling, the cold shadow that creeps in the quiet hours of the night, the fear that tomorrow may not hold enough money, enough health, enough love, enough strength. The thought comes like a whisper, yet it can roar inside. What if I fail? What if I lose? What if life runs dry? Scarcity has many masks. Sometimes it is the unpaid bill that sits heavy on the desk. Sometimes it is the diagnosis delivered in a sterile room, heavy with silence. Sometimes it is the slow erosion of confidence as dreams are buried beneath years of waiting and disappointment. Scarcity, lack limitation. It paints the desert of the mind. Picture it now. A barren land, cracked earth, stretching as far as the eye can see. A place where nothing seems to grow. A wasteland where each step crunches on dust, where the air itself feels empty. That is the inner landscape fear draws when you give it your belief. And yet, listen closely. Within the subconscious lies a hidden spring. Beneath the hard crust of despair, an underground river flows eternal and abundant. The subconscious does not know lack. It does not know famine. It only knows to multiply what you give it. Fear gives it drought. Faith gives it rain. Imagine the desert again, but this time watch as a single drop of water falls, then another, then a stream. Suddenly, the dry ground drinks deeply. Cracks soften. Seeds hidden for centuries awaken. Shoots of green burst forth. Flowers unfold in radiant color. The air sweetens with fragrance. What seemed dead becomes a garden of life. So it is with your mind. So it is with your destiny. The truth eternal and unshakable is this: prosperity is not outside of you. It is not waiting in someone else's hand. It is not given or withheld by fate or fortune. Prosperity is within you, written in the infinite supply of your subconscious mind. And what you impress upon it, it must express. Think of it: every thought, every image, every whispered word at night is a seed cast into the fertile soil of your inner being. The law is exact. Plant fear, and fear multiplies. Plant faith, and faith blossoms into supply health, opportunity, and joy. The subconscious does not argue. It does not weigh probabilities. It simply creates. This is the great reversal of truth. You are not a beggar in a universe of scarcity. You are the heir of infinite abundance, standing in a field of treasure, blindfolded only by belief in lack. Tonight, the blindfold loosens. Tonight, you see. You may say, "But I have debts. I have illness. I have no proof." Yet even here lies the key, for what you now see with your eyes is the harvest of seeds planted long ago. And what you choose to plant tonight will bloom tomorrow. You are never bound by the past, never bound by statistics, never bound by appearances. You are bound only by the law of belief. Change the belief, and the harvest must change. Let these words sink deep. Infinite supply flows to me now. The river of life never runs dry. I am one with the source, and the source is endless. The desert is over. The garden has begun. Type these words as a seal upon your subconscious. I believe in infinite supply. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine an acorn resting in the palm of your hand. Small, unassuming, barely noticed by the world. Yet within that tiny shell lies the entire blueprint of an oak tree roots that will dig deep into the soil branches, that will stretch high into the sky, leaves that will dance in the wind for 100 years. So it is with your subconscious. Within it lies the full pattern of your life: wealth, health, joy, companionship, and success. What you hold in your mind's eye, what you impress with your faith, becomes the tree that will grow in the garden of your destiny. The conscious mind is the sower, the one who chooses the seed. The subconscious is the soil, fertile and exact. It does not reject it, does not argue, it does not judge. It simply accepts, multiplies, and brings forth. If you plant weeds of fear, weeds will come. If you plant seeds of abundance, a harvest of wealth must follow. Picture a field at dawn. The farmer walks with his bag of seeds, scattering them across the open ground. He knows Not every seed will sprout today. He knows not every seed will be visible tomorrow. But he has faith, absolute, unshakable, that in time the soil will bring forth the harvest. He does not stand and beg the earth. He does not cry to the sky. He simply plants waters and waits with expectancy. So too must you treat your subconscious. You are the farmer. Every thought you hold with conviction is a seed. Every affirmation you whisper in faith is a seed. Every vision of prosperity you nourish in the quiet is a seed. The soil is waiting. The blueprint is already there. Let me tell you a story. A man once came to Dr. Murphy, broken and weary. He had lived in poverty for years, always chasing money, always struggling, never enough. He confessed that he felt cursed, doomed by circumstance, chained to scarcity. Murphy did not argue with his story. Instead, he gave him a new seed. He told the man to repeat night and day, I am wealth. I am abundance. Money flows to me freely, endlessly, joyfully. My subconscious is my gold mine. At first, the man felt foolish. The outer world still showed lack. Bills piled up, doors closed. But he persisted. He kept planting. He kept watering the soil with faith. Weeks passed, then months. Slowly, unseen forces began to stir. Opportunities appeared. People offered help. Doors cracked open. Within a year, his life transformed. He had steady income, new health, and a peace he had never known. What happened? The law fulfilled itself. The blueprint of prosperity had been activated in his subconscious. The soil never fails. The subconscious never sleeps. Now, beloved friend, bring this home to yourself. Think of the blueprint waiting inside you. Perhaps you have carried the acorn of wealth, but never planted it. Perhaps you have allowed weeds of fear to choke the soil. But tonight, you choose again. Tonight, you sow new seeds. Say within yourself, now I am a fertile field. I plant seeds of wealth, health, and joy. My subconscious multiplies every good seed, and my harvest is certain. Feel those words as real. See the image of your life unfolding. Do not measure by today's bank account or today's circumstance. The acorn does not look like the oak, but the oak is already inside it. The harvest is already within you. The subconscious magnifies. The subconscious multiplies. It does not grow what is not planted, and it does not withhold what is. Plant wisely. Water daily with faith, and expect the harvest for it must come. You are the sower. You are the gardener. You are the one who chooses the seeds. The blueprint is written. The soil is waiting. The garden is yours. Worry is a storm. You know the feeling, the restless, tossing the circling thoughts that grind through the night, the weight pressing on your chest. Worry is the mind trying to wrestle with shadows, trying to solve tomorrow with today's fear. And yet, what does it create? Confusion, exhaustion, despair. Imagine a lake in the middle of a forest. When storms rage above the surface, churns, waves crash, and nothing can be seen. The reflection of the sky disappears. But when the winds are still, when the air softens, the surface becomes smooth as glass. The clouds drift across it. The stars shine in it. The entire universe is mirrored within. Your mind is that lake. When it is troubled by fear and worry, it cannot reflect the wisdom of the infinite. But when it is quiet, when you let the storm subside, the light of the higher law shines through, and answers rise effortlessly. In quietness and confidence shall be your strength. These ancient words are more than poetry. They are law. Stillness is not weakness. Stillness is power. The quiet mind becomes a channel for infinite intelligence, and in that calm, the subconscious receives its instructions clearly, without distortion. Think of an inventor pacing the floor, scribbling frustrated by problems unsolved. Then, exhausted, he lies down, lets go, and slips into the quiet. In that moment, an idea flashes whole and complete, a solution that was waiting all along. How often have you found this in your own life? That when you finally stop struggling, the answer arrives. The subconscious is always listening, always working. But when the conscious mind is restless, noisy, frantic, the instructions it gives are tangled. The subconscious multiplies what it receives, and if it is fed fear and confusion, it will build confusion. If it is fed peace, faith, and clear images, it will build miracles. Consider the parable of the gardener again. If he scatters seeds while running, throwing them in every direction, many are lost, many are wasted. But when he sows in calm, when he places each seed carefully, the harvest is certain. So it is with your affirmations. Whisper them in quiet, and they sink deep. Speak them in frantic worry, and they scatter. The still mind plants the seed where it belongs. Now picture this, you, sitting in the evening, body at rest breath, steady thoughts like leaves falling gently to the ground. You enter that inner silence where the surface of your mind is smooth, calm, receptive. In that quietness, you whisper, "Infinite intelligence guides me. Abundance flows to me. I am one with the river of life." Feel how different it is to speak from silence rather than struggle. The words are not strained. They are not shouted against resistance. They float into the subconscious like feathers, and the subconscious accepts them as law. A woman once shared with Murphy that she had struggled for years with worry, fear for her children, fear for her finances, fear for her health. She prayed loudly, begged often, cried through her nights. Nothing seemed to change. Then she learned the practice of the quiet mind. Instead of begging, she began sitting in stillness each night, softening her breath, imagining a calm lake reflecting the stars. In that stillness, she whispered a single phrase, "Peace fills me. Abundance is mine." Slowly, her life shifted. The same outer world became easier, lighter. Her children flourished. Her finances improved, and even her body responded with renewed strength. What had changed? The storm ceased, the lake reflected, and the subconscious finally received clear, direct impressions of peace and prosperity. So tonight, as you prepare for rest, remember, you do not have to fight. You do not have to beg. You do not have to force. You need only quiet the waters of your mind and let the infinite flow in. Be still and know. Be still and receive. Be still and let miracles rise from the depths. There is a sacred moment hidden in every night, a golden threshold where the noise of the world fades and the gate to the subconscious swings open. It is the moment between wakefulness and sleep, when the mind grows soft, when resistance dissolves, when the soil of the subconscious is richest, most fertile, most ready to receive. This is the golden hour of prayer. Picture yourself in a vast cathedral at night. The doors are closed. The world is hushed. Only a single candle flickers in the silence, casting golden light upon the stone walls. You walk slowly down the aisle, every step echoing softly, until you stand before the altar of your own soul. Here in this twilight, between waking and dreaming, your words carry a special weight. They are not merely sounds. They are decrees falling like seeds into the deepest soil of your being. The subconscious never sleeps. While your body rests, while your conscious mind drifts into dreams, the deeper mind continues to work, building, shaping, arranging. And whatever words you whisper as you pass through this golden door, the subconscious takes as instruction. Do you see the power of this? Most drift into sleep, carrying the burdens of the day, worries, anger, regrets, fears. And so, those seeds sink into the fertile ground, only to grow into more of the same. But you, beloved friend, are awakening. Tonight, you choose differently. Tonight, you carry into sleep words of wealth, words of health, words of peace, words of joy. And your subconscious, faithful servant, multiplies them through the night. Imagine it like this before you close your eyes. You whisper to your inner self, I am abundance. I am health. I am peace. I am loved. These words sink in. They descend like drops of golden oil into the lamp of your soul. And all night, the flame burns brighter, fed by the oil you have poured. When you wake, the day itself bends to reflect what you impressed upon your inner being. Joseph Murphy called this the golden key, the half-sleep moment when the gate is open. It is not about long prayers nor desperate pleas. It is about gentle decrees whispered with feeling spoken as though already true. A man once learned this secret. He had been plagued with failure, haunted by debts, weary of endless struggle. Every night he fell asleep, muttering fears, imagining disaster. Then he changed. He began instead to close his eyes and repeat quietly, infinite supply is mine. Success surrounds me. I prosper wherever I go. He let the words drift into the golden silence, into the moment of sleep. Within weeks, his outer world began to shift. Opportunities appeared, debts dissolved, new doors opened. What had changed? He had entered the golden hour with seeds of abundance, and the subconscious had brought forth the harvest. So tonight, when you lay your head upon the pillow, remember you stand before the gate. It opens only briefly as consciousness yields to sleep. Do not carry weeds into this garden. Do not sow fear in this fertile hour. Sow only what you wish to reap. Let your last words be your decree. I am one with infinite supply. I am whole. I am prosperous. I am at peace. Whisper them softly. Feel them deeply. And let them carry you across the threshold. The golden hour is yours. The candle is lit. The gate is open. Step through and let your subconscious write the story of your abundance as you sleep. You have come far already. You have walked from the barren desert of lack into the blooming garden of faith. You have seen the blueprint of prosperity hidden within your subconscious, ready to unfold. You have felt the stillness that unlocks miracles, and you have stood at the golden gate of sleep, whispering decrees into the fertile silence. And yet, beloved friend, this is only the beginning. Tonight, we lay the foundation. Tonight, we touch the promise of a greater journey, a journey that will carry you deeper step by step into the full revelation of your infinite supply. Picture now a long corridor of light. Along its walls shine torches that never burn out. At the far end, 3 radiant doors stand before you, each glowing with golden brilliance. These doors are the stages of your journey. As you move forward, each door will open, revealing a practice, a ritual, a truth that will root abundance so deeply in your subconscious that no storm of circumstance can ever uproot it. The first door opens to the practice of whispering affirmations. This is the art of speaking to your subconscious as a faithful friend. Short, simple, clear words that carry power, repeated with feeling until they sink in like seeds in the soil. Words like, I am wealth, I am health, I am peace, infinite supply is mine. these whispers are not empty. They are decrees, and the subconscious, silent and obedient, accepts and multiplies them. The second door opens to visualization. The mind is the painter and the subconscious is the canvas. What you see within you will one day see without. When you visualize prosperity, light, and wholeness, you give the subconscious the blueprint to follow. It builds the image into reality. It arranges circumstances, draws people, shifts conditions, until the picture in your mind becomes the life in your hands. The third door opens to gratitude, the seal of every decree. Gratitude is the golden lock that closes the gate and protects the seed. When you give thanks in advance, you tell your subconscious, "This is already mine." And the subconscious, faithful to its law, continues to bring it forth. Gratitude dissolves doubt, uproots fear, and waters the soil with joy. Whisper, visualize, thank. These three are the rhythm of transformation, the triad of prosperity, the sacred steps that turn invisible faith into visible abundance. But the journey holds more. Ahead, you will learn the power of forgiveness, how releasing resentment unclogs the river of life, letting prosperity flow freely again. You will learn the practice of speaking directly to your body, commanding health, peace, and strength. You will discover how persistence engraves impressions so deep in the subconscious that no outer condition can resist them. And then we will journey still further into the realm of destiny itself, where your subconscious becomes the architect not only of your wealth, but of your purpose, your relationships, your entire life in harmony with the infinite. This is the promise that by walking faithfully through these doors, by practicing nightly the art of whispering, visualizing, and thanking, you will awaken to the truth that lack was an illusion all along. Prosperity is not something you chase. It is something you release from within. You are not a beggar. You are not a victim. You are not at the mercy of chance. You are the heir of infinite abundance, and your subconscious is the treasure house. So walk forward with confidence. Step into the corridor of light. Place your hand upon the first radiant door, and know that as you do, a new chapter of your destiny begins. Stay with me in this journey. Each night, we will walk together, planting seeds, opening doors, and awakening to the wealth, health, and peace that have been yours since the beginning. And before we close tonight, hear this gentle reminder. Stay with this series to receive your final blessing. Subscribe so you never miss the words that carry you deeper into your infinite prosperity. The promise is sure. The harvest is certain. The journey is only beginning. In the quiet of night, when the world has hushed, and only your breath rises and falls, you step into a sacred chamber. Here your words are not mere sounds. They are laws, decrees, golden threads that weave directly into the fabric of your subconscious. Imagine yourself lying peacefully, the cool air around you, revealing the faint mist of your breath. Each whisper, soft and deliberate, floats into the unseen as if it were a ribbon of light. This is the moment when your voice becomes the architect of tomorrow. So often, prayer has been confused with pleading, begging, asking from a place of lack. But you are not a beggar at the gates of heaven. You are a rightful heir of infinite abundance. And the language of heirs is not begging, but decree. When you whisper into the night, you are not hoping for chance. You are commanding with certainty. Your subconscious does not question, it obeys. What you say with conviction, even softly, is impressed like a seal upon wax. Whisper slowly now, as though each word were weaving a tapestry of light in your mind. I prosper in all ways. Let it be a lullaby, not rushed, but caressed into being. Feel how the words ripple through you, how the sound gently vibrates in your chest, how the intention settles deep into the soil of your being. Again, whisper, I prosper in all ways. Each repetition is not simply sound. It is law being established, decree being set. Notice how the body responds to the whisper. The shoulders relax, the heart steadies, the mind grows still. The whisper is not loud. It does not need to be. Like the faintest flame in a dark room, it carries immeasurable power. It spreads light. You may think, but must I shout to be heard? No. The subconscious hears whispers more deeply than it hears thunder. The still, small voice has always been the true power. Let us practice together. Whisper softly now within your heart. These simple affirmations: I prosper in all ways. My body is a temple of light. Love flows to me and through me. Divine supply meets all my needs. I rest in safety and abundance. Let these words move as golden threads, weaving into the fabric of your inner life. Imagine each whisper floating out from your lips like a beam of gold, entering the body, sinking into the cells, engraving itself upon the hidden mind that governs all. The subconscious listens, accepts, and begins its quiet, faithful work. This is the law. What you whisper before sleep is planted as seed. The night watches over the seed. The subconscious nourishes it, and in time, the outer life reveals the harvest. Whispering is the sacred act of sowing. It is your ritual of decree. And now, as you drift further into stillness, affirm once more: I prosper in all ways. You are not asking, you are declaring. You are writing the future with the ink of breath, the pen of voice, the parchment of the subconscious mind. Sleep will take you, but the decree remains awake. The whisper becomes law. Close your eyes and imagine a golden sunrise. The valley of your mind is dark, yet on the horizon, a warm glow begins to rise. Slowly, the light spills over the hills, spreading across every shadowed place. This is the light of your imagination, the projector of the inner theater. Tonight, you are not just whispering. Tonight, you are seeing. For words direct, but images shape. The subconscious does not merely hear, it beholds. When you clothe your decree in light, it becomes irresistible. See now a stream of golden light entering through the crown of your head. It is warm, soothing, divine. With every breath, the light moves deeper, filling the brain, illuminating the corridors of thought. Every cell glows like a lantern. Rivers of golden radiance flow through the bloodstream, touching every organ, every bone, every hidden chamber of your being. Your heart, glowing with sunlit warmth, beats in perfect rhythm. Your lungs expand like great cathedrals of light. Your liver, your kidneys, your blood, all lit from within by this dawn that never fades. Imagine prosperity as health, vitality, harmony. Imagine yourself as a being entirely suffused with golden brilliance. Now extend this light beyond the body. See it expand around you, forming a radiant aura, a golden atmosphere. Within this atmosphere, all good things grow. Prosperity is not only money, it is harmony, creativity, loving relationships, divine order in every sphere of life. See yourself walking through your days, and wherever you go, the golden aura touches others. Doors open, opportunities appear, friendships blossom, supply flows. Breathe deeply and imagine holding in your hands a movie reel. You place it into the projector of your mind. On the screen before you, you see the life you desire, not as a dream, but as already yours. A home filled with peace, work that fulfills you, relationships that enrich you, a body vibrant with health, and wealth, yes, wealth flowing as naturally as rivers to the sea. Feel it as real. The subconscious does not know the difference between imagined and actual. To it, every vividly felt image is already truth. The more real you make the vision within, the more quickly it solidifies without. As you breathe, see again the sunrise over the valley. Let the light spread across the hills of your inner world until nothing remains in shadow. Say within, I see myself prosperous. I see myself fulfilled. I see myself radiant. And so it is. Tonight, the light you have imagined continues to play even in sleep. The subconscious accepts the real and begins production. Tomorrow, you will step into scenes already rehearsed. The inner light is your command made visible. And the law is certain. Imagination impressed is reality expressed. Gratitude is not an afterthought. It is not a polite gesture you offer when something arrives. Gratitude is the seal, the golden wax pressed upon the scroll of your decree. Without gratitude, the words may linger, but with gratitude, they are locked, secured, and sent into the subconscious with authority. Imagine yourself writing your affirmation on a scroll. You have whispered, you have visualized, and now you hold the sacred words in your hand. Before sending it into the infinite, you take a drop of molten gold and press the seal gratitude. You whisper softly, "Thank you, Father, it is done." And at that moment, your subconscious accepts it as complete. When you give thanks before the blessing arrives, you are living as though it already has. This is faith in action. This is trust that the invisible root has already been planted, even if the fruit is not yet visible. Gratitude is the watering of the seed. Gratitude is the quiet song sung over the soil of your soul. Think of the garden a farmer sows seeds and then waters them, trusting the unseen process beneath the earth. He does not dig up the seed each morning in doubt. He waters, he waits, he thanks. And then the harvest comes. So it is with your subconscious decrees. Your gratitude is the water. Your gratitude is the light. Tonight, let gratitude flow from you like perfume. Whisper, "Thank you for the prosperity already flowing. Thank you for the health already blossoming. Thank you for the love that surrounds me." As you say, it see fields blooming before your eyes. See buds opening, light expanding. Gratitude is not just a word. It is a fragrance that attracts all good. I recall the story of a woman who struggled with lack. Each night she pleaded, "Please, God, help me." But nothing shifted. Then she learned the secret of gratitude. Instead of begging, she began whispering before sleep. "Thank you for my answered prayer. Thank you for my abundance. Thank you for the doors that are open." Within months, opportunities she never dreamed of appeared. Work she loved came to her. Her life transformed, not by asking, but by thanking. Gratitude cements the subconscious impression. It tells the hidden mind, this is not a request, it is a reality. The subconscious then moves to orchestrate circumstances, align opportunities, and bring the decree into expression. So tonight, before sleep, whisper your decree. See the light, and then seal it with thanks. Whisper slowly, "Thank you for my prosperity. Thank you for my radiant health. Thank you for the love that surrounds me. Thank you. It is done." As you fall asleep, rest in the certainty that gratitude has sealed the command. It is finished. It is done. And the law never fails. Now pause. Before more seeds are sown, the soil must be cleared. Resentment, bitterness, unhealed memories, these are stones in the soil, blocking roots, choking growth. If you plant prosperity in poisoned ground, the harvest will falter. This is why forgiveness is essential. Forgiveness is the spiritual detox, the cleansing river that washes away obstruction. Imagine yourself holding heavy stones in your hands. Each stone represents a grievance, a hurt, a memory of injustice. Your fingers ache under the weight. You cannot sew with clenched fists. You cannot receive with hands full of stones. Now see yourself walking to the edge of a wide, flowing river. With gentle release, you drop the stones into the water. One by one, they sink, and the current carries them away. You feel lighter. Your heart breathes again. Resentment is poison. It poisons your mind, your body, your prosperity. Forgiveness dissolves it. To forgive is not to condone, but to free yourself. It is an act of love, a release of chains. As Joseph Murphy taught, forgiveness is the solvent that dissolves emotional toxins. It restores the soil of your subconscious to fertile ground. Think of a couple bound in silence, carrying years of unspoken grievances. One night, instead of rehearsing wrongs, they chose to release. They whispered forgiveness before sleep, imagining the faces of each other, glowing in light, resentment melting. In time, their marriage was renewed. Joy returned, love flourished. Prosperity too flowed once more. Tonight, bring to mind the faces you need to forgive. Perhaps one, perhaps many. See their features dissolve in light, their image melting into love. Whisper softly, I release you. I set you free. I forgive you. And I am forgiven. As you say, this feel chains breaking, darkness dissolving into light. Forgiveness clears the soil. Forgiveness heals the body. Forgiveness opens the floodgates of prosperity. Without it, decrees are blocked. With it, decrees are empowered. So tonight, let forgiveness be your cleansing ritual. Whisper, I release the past. I forgive all, and I am free. My heart is light. My soil is clear. My harvest is assured. And rest, knowing you have detoxed the soul. The river has carried all bitterness away. You are light. You are free. You are ready. Your body is not a stranger. It is not a machine left on autopilot, running without awareness. Your body listens, responds, and obeys the higher intelligence that speaks through you. Every cell is a servant awaiting instruction. Every organ is a faithful worker, listening for direction. Tonight, you will learn the sacred practice of naming the body. Imagine yourself standing before a great orchestra. Each musician holds an instrument. Without a conductor, the sounds clash in chaos. But when the conductor raises the baton, harmony flows. You are the conductor, and your body is the orchestra. Your words, softly spoken, are the baton. Begin with the heart. Place your awareness upon it. Whisper softly, "My heart is strong. My heart beats in rhythm with divine life." As you say it, see the heart glowing, a radiant jewel, pumping golden light through your veins. Feel its power, its loyalty, its ceaseless service. Now turn to the lungs. Whisper, "My lungs are clear. My breath is the breath of life." Imagine your chest expanding, golden air filling the cathedral of your lungs. Each inhale, a hymn. Each exhale, a prayer. Now, the mind. Whisper, "My mind is calm, clear, and creative." Imagine your brain as a temple filled with radiant light, every synapse glowing, every thought aligned with truth. Move to the stomach. Whisper, "My digestion is perfect. I receive nourishment in harmony." Imagine golden rivers flowing through your body, distributing strength, vitality, and balance. Address your blood. Whisper, "My blood flows pure, rich, and strong." Imagine streams of golden light moving through arteries and veins, carrying life to every cell. One by one, you name the parts of your body with love, blessing them, affirming their perfection. Just as you would encourage a friend or comfort a child, so you speak to your organs. They respond, they listen, they obey. The subconscious governs every function of your body. It regulates heartbeat, digestion, repair, and renewal. Yet it listens to your voice. If you speak fear, it obeys fear. If you speak health, it obeys health. Tonight, you choose life-giving words. Imagine the entire body as a symphony. Now, every part harmonizing. The heart plays its steady drum, the lungs, their flute of breath, the mind, its strings of thought, the blood, its flowing river. All is in harmony, all is in order. And you, the conductor, stand in peace, knowing your word has tuned the orchestra of your being. Whisper once more, My body is radiant with life. Every cell obeys divine intelligence. I am whole. I am healthy. I am strong. And so it is. Now that you have learned to whisper, to visualize, to seal with gratitude, to forgive, and to name your body, it is time to practice the rhythm of decree. Prosperity wears many garments: health, love, wealth. And tonight, you will plant seeds in all three. Imagine a garden with 3 rows. One row is labeled health. One row is labeled love. One row is labeled wealth. You hold seeds in your hand. Each seed is a phrase, a decree. As you whisper them, you plant them in the soil. Begin with health. Whisper softly, I am filled with radiant life. Every organ of my body is in perfect harmony. My body is renewed daily by divine intelligence. Now walk to the row marked love. Whisper softly, I am loved. I am loving. I am lovable. Divine love surrounds me and flows through me. I attract relationships of joy, peace, and harmony. Now step to the row marked wealth. Whisper softly. Wealth flows to me freely and endlessly. I prosper in all ways every day. Divine supply meets every need at every moment. As you speak, see each phrase as a seed dropping into the soil. Cover it gently. Water it with gratitude and trust that in the unseen roots are forming. The harvest will come as surely as dawn follows night. The key is repetition. Faith-filled repetition ingrains patterns into the subconscious. One phrase spoken with conviction is more powerful than 1,000 scattered words. Choose one tonight and let it be your lullaby. Whisper it as you drift into sleep, knowing it will echo through your subconscious all night long. Now, dear one, I invite you. Write your phrase for tonight. Declare it in the comments below. Share it with this circle of seekers. In doing so, you strengthen it, you affirm it, you sow it more deeply. Whisper softly once more, I prosper in all ways. And so it is. Let me tell you a story. A man once stood at the edge of despair. His body was failing his finances, in ruin, his heart heavy with sorrow. Each night, he collapsed into bed with thoughts of defeat. And each morning, the same misery greeted him. One evening, he stumbled across the teaching, "Your word is law. Your imagination creates. Your gratitude seals." He was skeptical, but desperation opened his heart. That night, instead of worrying, he whispered, "I prosper in all ways." He repeated it like a lullaby until sleep claimed him. The next night, he added visualization. He saw golden light flowing through his body, his bills paid, his health restored. He whispered gratitude. "Thank you, Father, it is done." He forgave those who had wronged him. He named his body, "My heart is strong. My lungs are clear." And he repeated short phrases of health, love, and wealth. Weeks passed. Slowly, something shifted. He woke lighter, calmer. Ideas began to surface. Opportunities appeared. His body regained strength. His finances began to heal. His relationships softened. Within months, the man who once despaired was transformed. His secret was not force, but faith, not begging, but decree, not anxiety, but gratitude. Night after night, the ritual impressed the subconscious, and the subconscious, like faithful soil, brought forth the harvest. The law is no respecter of persons. What worked for him works for you. The subconscious obeys like mathematics. What you sow, you reap. Whisper with conviction. Visualize with joy. Seal with gratitude. Forgive with release. Speak to your body. Repeat your phrase. The harvest is certain. Tonight, let his story be yours. Tonight, let the testimony of his transformation remind you the law never fails. Now, beloved soul, pause. You have reached the midpoint of the journey. Look back at the valley below. See how far you have already climbed. From the whispers of decree to the vision of light, from gratitude's seal to forgiveness's release, from naming the body to planting seeds of health, love, and wealth. You have already begun your ascent. Like a mountain climber, resting halfway up, you pause, you breathe, you look ahead. The summit is still before you, but your steps are steady. You are not alone. Around you, countless others are walking this path. Each whisper, each visualization, Each phrase adds to the great chorus of humanity awakening to its divine law. See yourself planting seeds in the soil. Around you, others do the same. Together, you tend the garden. Together, you water with gratitude. Together, you forgive, release, and sow. And in time, the collective harvest will bloom, a garden of light, prosperity, peace. I bless you now. May your words be seeds of abundance. May your visions be movies of beauty. May your gratitude seal every prayer. May your forgiveness cleanse every shadow. May your body respond to love. May your phrase tonight become your harvest tomorrow. Stay with this nightly ritual. Let it be your practice. The subconscious learns through repetition. Persistence assures results. The harvest is guaranteed for the one who does not cease to sow. And now I invite you, type in the comments below I sow tonight. Declare it, and let the act of writing be another seed planted in the soil of your subconscious. And if this practice has blessed you, subscribe, like, and stay connected. Together, we will continue this ritual until the summit is reached, until the garden is full, until your life overflows with prosperity. Whisper once more as you drift into sleep. I sow tonight. I prosper in all ways. And so it is. The night has carried you gently, whispering dreams into your soul, and now the first light of dawn brushes against your eyelids like a soft hand of blessing. The dew rests on roses, each drop shining like a jewel offered to the morning. The garden of the world is opening petal by petal to sunlight. And you, too, are opening. You breathe in the cool, fresh air of a new day. The fragrance of possibility fills your lungs. The first words you speak in the morning are seeds, and as you release them, you sow into the fertile soil of the day ahead. Joseph Murphy taught that the beginning and the end of the day carry the strongest impressions upon your subconscious. The words you whisper now will carry momentum into every hour. Say within yourself, today divine order governs me. Today my mind is clear, my heart is open, and my path is guided. Today, I walk in peace. I walk in abundance. I walk in harmony with the great order of life. Notice how gently yet firmly these words shape your inner atmosphere. They are not idle sentences. They are living seeds, and the morning sunlight waters them, just as the dew nourishes the opening rose. Your affirmations nourish the unfolding of your day. You awaken not into chaos, but into order. You awaken not into randomness, but into divine intelligence, weaving all things together. You awaken not into fear, but into calm authority. The night carried you into rest. The morning carries you into expression. You are both the dreamer and the sower. You are both the sleeper and the awakener. And as you breathe now, you feel that momentum continues. Last night's affirmations are still alive, and this morning's words strengthen them like the roots of a tree digging deeper and stronger into the soil. Today you choose to be conscious of the beginning. You choose to rise, gently blessing your path before you walk it. And you choose to let the subconscious, still fresh from rest, receive these words as law. Repeat again. Within today, divine order governs me. Today, divine order governs me. Today, divine order governs me. Let it be the rhythm of your heartbeat. Let it echo softly in your breath. For every morning is a new creation, and every word is a seed that blossoms in time. And as the light fills the sky, so the light fills you. You are aligned with the day. You are aligned with your soul. You are aligned with the infinite that never sleeps, always guiding, always unfolding in perfect harmony. Imagine your body as a grand instrument, a piano of countless keys. Each key is a gene, each string a possibility. Science calls this epigenetics, the idea that the song of your body is not fixed, but influenced by the environment, by thought, by intention. Now imagine your mind as the pianist. The same piano can play countless melodies, depending on the hand that guides it. The instrument does not change, but the music can. And you are the one who chooses which melody plays. Joseph Murphy declared that the mind is cause, and the body and world are effects. Science, in its own language, affirms this. The brain rewires itself through repetition. Genes express differently depending on signals. Cells listen to the environment you create through thought, belief, and feeling. When you affirm peace, your nervous system responds. When you affirm abundance, your cells release vitality. When you affirm harmony, your body begins to tune itself to that frequency. Spirit and science are not at war. They are two languages describing the same truth. Think of it this way. Every morning, you sit at the piano of your life. You could repeat the old melody of worry, the harsh notes of fear, the discord of doubt. Or you could begin a new melody, one of faith, one of joy, one of order. The subconscious accepts what you repeat, and the body follows what the subconscious accepts. Today you are the composer. The instrument has always been ready. The infinite has given you every key. And now, with awareness, you play the song of health, of prosperity, of serenity. Say, within my mind is the musician, my body is the instrument, and I play only melodies of love, peace, and abundance. And feel it, hear it. The music resounds in you, and through you, it resounds in the world. For every thought you think is not silent. It vibrates outward, touching circumstances, shaping outcomes, aligning events. The piano is not locked away. It is connected to the orchestra of life. And as you realize this, you no longer fear the past. You no longer feel chained by old notes. A pianist may have stumbled yesterday, but today a new song begins, a new arrangement, a new harmony. And that harmony starts with your thought. A single drop of water falls on a stone and vanishes, but drops repeated again and again carve a riverbed. Repetition transforms the impossible into the inevitable. So it is with your mind. One affirmation spoken once may fade, but spoken daily, spoken faithfully, it engraves itself upon the subconscious. It becomes a drumbeat echoing through time. Joseph Murphy knew that repetition is not vain. It is the very method by which the subconscious accepts truth. Just as a child learns a language by hearing words repeated, so your inner mind learns the language of faith, prosperity, health, and harmony through your steady rhythm of affirmation. Think of your affirmations as a sacred drumbeat. Every morning, every evening, you strike the drum. I am guided. I am prospered. I am at peace. And the rhythm carries across the valley of time, summoning events, summoning people, summoning circumstances that align with your declaration. It is not about force. It is about constancy, like the rising and setting of the sun. like the tides of the sea. Your repetition gives stability to the soil of your subconscious. Say within, "My words impress my subconscious. My words shape my destiny. My words repeated daily become my truth." And as you continue this practice, the world itself begins to echo your rhythm. You will find phrases returning to you, doors opening where you once saw walls, opportunities, repeating themselves just as you repeated your affirmations. The subconscious is not swayed by argument, but by persistence. It is not impressed by shouting, but by steady rhythm. And now you know the secret. What you repeat, you become. What you repeat, you manifest. What you repeat, you live. Like the steady drumbeat of eternity, let your affirmations continue. For repetition is power. The subconscious is a field rich and fertile, waiting for seed. Every thought you think, every word you speak, every image you hold is a seed cast into this soil. If you sow fear, fear will grow. If you sow doubt, doubt will blossom. But if you sow love, love will multiply. If you sow abundance, abundance will overflow. If you sow peace, peace will cover your days like golden wheat waving in the sunlight. Picture yourself now standing in the middle of a vast field, the soil dark, deep, and alive. In your hand are seeds. Each seed is a word, an image, an intention. Tonight, you choose carefully what you plant. You place into the soil the seed of love. You whisper, "Love grows in me. Love grows through me. Love grows around me." You see the seed sink into the ground, and immediately roots stretch, shoots rise, blossoms unfold. You place into the soil the seed of abundance. You affirm, "Abundance flows to me. Abundance flows through me. Abundance flows from me." You see golden wheat sprouting, rising tall, heavy with provision. You place into the soil the seed of peace. You declare, "Peace fills me. Peace surrounds me. Peace leads me." And you see a calm meadow, still waters, soft breezes. What you plant tonight will grow tomorrow. What you plant in thought will blossom in life. The subconscious does not judge it, only grows what it receives. And so you guard your field. You no longer allow weeds of fear, of doubt, of complaint to take root. You choose to be the wise sower, planting carefully, harvesting richly. Say within, I plant only seeds of love, abundance, and peace, and my garden flourishes. And feel the truth of it. The soil is alive, the garden responds, and life itself becomes your harvest. Joseph Murphy understood the music of words. He knew the subconscious responds not to complexity, but to simplicity, rhythm, and image. Short affirmations, like sparks rising into the night sky, carry great power when repeated with faith. Listen now to the rhythm of truth. I am guided. I am prospered. I am at peace. I am loved. I am abundant. I am strong. I am clear. I am whole. I am free. These are not just words. They are living seeds, glowing as they leave your lips, floating upward into the constellations, forming new patterns in the heavens. Each phrase is a star. Each repetition is a constellation. And soon the sky itself reflects your declaration. Affirmations are most powerful when they are simple, vivid, and emotional. They do not need to be long. A single clear picture repeated in faith reshapes reality. So let the rhythm guide you. Success surrounds me. Joy fills me. Harmony leads me. Health strengthens me. Light flows through me. Peace abides in me. Over and over, softly, firmly, joyfully. The subconscious listens. The subconscious receives. The subconscious obeys. Your words are not empty. Your words are spirit. Your words are power. And like sparks rising into the night, they ignite the heavens with your truth. Now you take the next step. Words spoken are seeds, but words written are carved deeper, like engravings upon the scroll of your subconscious. Writing intensifies the impression. Writing seals the contract. Tonight, before you sleep, take a journal, a page, even a small scrap of paper. Write one affirmation. Write it clearly, slowly, as though every letter glowed with light. Perhaps you write, divine order governs my life. Or you write, abundance flows to me with ease. Or you write, I am whole. I am strong. I am guided. As you write, imagine the words shining. See them not as ink, but as beams of light engraving upon the parchment of your soul. When you finish, close your eyes. Whisper the phrase once. Then place the paper beside you and sleep. The subconscious will hold the image, carry it through the night, and return it multiplied. This simple ritual, repeated nightly, becomes a fountain of power. It is not difficult. It is not complex. It is steady, faithful, and transformative. So tonight you will write. Tonight you will seal your affirmation in word and in faith. Comment now, "I will write tonight," and let the community witness your seed, your intention, your light. Now we gather everything into one great affirmation. You are more than biology. You are more than history. You are more than circumstance. You are spirit, clothed in form, word, clothed in flesh, consciousness, clothed in time. Stand now in your imagination, beneath a radiant sky. A temple rises around you, its pillars glowing with living light. Thousands stand beside you, each holding the same intention, each repeating the same truth. Their voices rise, blending into one. Together, you affirm more than biology. My word is law. Again, I am more than biology. My word is law. Again, I am more than biology. My word is law. The sky itself begins to glow. The temple shakes with light. A river of power flows through every voice and every heart, every mind, and the truth settles deeply. Your word is creative. Your word is authoritative. Your word is destiny. Joseph Murphy taught that the subconscious responds inevitably to clear, repeated emotional declaration. And here, you feel it no longer a concept, but a living reality. You walk in this truth. You live in this truth. You declare this truth. And the world itself begins to mirror your declaration. For you are more than biology, and your word is law. Now we come to the final benediction. A mighty river flows endlessly, carrying blessings downstream. You are standing at its banks, watching the water glisten in sunlight, hearing its eternal song. This river is prosperity, harmony, peace, love abundance, and it never ceases. You need not strive to push the river. You need only step into its flow. The infinite carries you, nourishes you, supports you. You are part of the eternal current. So I bless you now. May peace fill you. May abundance surround you. May harmony guide you. May joy uplift you. May love heal you. This blessing does not end here. It continues as you go, as you live, as you rest. For the river flows always, and you are always within it. We sow together. We reap together. We affirm together. We manifest together. And this community grows like a garden of light, each seed multiplying, each flower opening, each harvest feeding the soul. Stay with this community of nightly sowers. Subscribe so you never miss the next blessing. Share this river with others so they too may step into the flow. And in the comments, type your one-sentence whisper for tonight, the seed you sow, the word you release, the blessing you claim. For the river flows, the stars shine, the garden blooms, and you, beloved soul, are blessed beyond measure. Next time, we will step deeper, still speaking directly to your DNA, the scroll of your body, the instrument of your life. Until then, rest, affirm, and trust, for the river flows always, and you are carried in its eternal song.